Hello, everyone. Welcome in to another episode of the Men in Orange and Black, the Flyers podcast. Sorry,
for the sane Philadelphia fan.
For the sane Philadelphia Flyer fan. We don't abide those who, like the Olympics in Italy, are a few feet short of a full rink.
How do you get that screwed up, right? I mean, that's just unbelievable to me there, bud.
Oh, feet, not meters.
Not meters. What the hell? It's like, oh my gosh.
We use real measurements. America.
Yeah.
Anywho, with me is one Matt Craig.
Hey,
I'm Steve Murray. I am not reporting from Florida or Carolina or something with these short sleeves.
Yeah.
I am just hot as balls because I spent an hour and a half shoveling my driveway this morning. We are recording Sunday, December 14th.
That is right. Sunday
at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
So that's going to explain why you know some things that we don't know later on.
That's right. That's right.
And if I look tired, it's, again, because I was shoveling 6 inches of very heavy snow.
Yeah, Steve, the weather outside might be frightful, but the Flyers, well, I think they're kind of delightful, I guess. 6 out of 12 this, in terms of possible points.
Yeah, but before we get into all that, I mean, first, we got to talk about you throwing me to the Canadian fan wolves out there last week.
Hey, well, it drove engagement on the channel, and I love it. So, for all you Montreal fans that are still ape shit over the fact that Demidov is not as good as Michkov, I'm sorry, and maybe we'll make that into a short. Who the heck knows?
Yeah, get yourself in trouble, because that is not what I said. And if this were another show, I'd be launching into a rant about how short-form media is destroying this country. But we picked up 5 subscribers the last 2 weeks.
See, I mean, we may be controversial. It may be a little bit of a controversial take here and there, Steve. But I mean, as long as it drives engagement, we love our fans, so it's wonderful to see.
Where are my Flyer fan brethren to protect me? Come on,
you got one right here.
There. We know you're there. Subscribe. We want to hear from Flyer fans. I'm sick of hearing from Canadians fans.
Yeah.
Sane Flyer.
Yeah. right. So,
okay.
Yeah. Sorry to get you in trouble.
Now that we've got you throwing me under the bus out of the way, for the sake of engagement,
I love it.
Let's move on to where the Flyers stand as of this morning, December 14th, because they got a game later today. So saying just December 14th isn't going to cut it. As of this morning, we got 37 points, 16-9-5. Home record plus 500. The away record has not changed because we've been home for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And now we're going to be on the road forever.
Yeah. One home game in the next 3 weeks, Flyers fans out there. So it's going to be a little bit of a long time before we see them back home again. Well, at least a week, but you know the gist. It's not. We just completed our longest homestand of the year. So now we got to pay for it. We got to go on the road for a while. So,
Yep, this is the price you pay. In terms of goals scored and goals allowed, we are +1, although 26th in the league in terms of goals scoring. But we are number 5 in terms of allowing goals.
Yeah.
So defensively, we're shutting it down.
Very much so. Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Power play, a little bit of a dip. Slight dip compared to
only slight, which isn't surprising me because I don't feel like we had a ton of power play goals over the last stretch. So.
Neither opportunities either, which I think will.
Well, we didn't have any. Thanks, refs, last night against Carolina.
Right. I mean, for crying out loud. Okay, that was crazy.
But the penalty kill, though still above the NHL average, we were almost 4 points down over the last 6 games.
Yeah, and that has a lot to do with
good.
That has a lot to do with the Pittsburgh Penguins. I hate them. I hate them so much. They are so annoying. And I am so glad that they choked like dogs at home against the San Jose Sharks, who, like, when you take the foot off the gas pedal against that team, oh, yeah, we got it, 5-1. It'll be an easy victory. And they end up coughing up the lead. Like the chumps.
No kidding. I didn't even know that.
6-5, they lost in overtime.
Wow.
And Crosby got deked out of his gourd, dude. I mean, it was literally like on a 3-on-3. I forget who it was. It was a guy who scored the game winner. Celebrini set him up. And Celebrini's a hell of a player. But he deked Crosby out of his jock shorts, dude. It was unbelievable.
I demand this be posted here. Flyer fan podcast. We'll
definitely put that up there.
Penguin misery right here.
Definitely
please.
will. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I mean, Didn't they also have recently a puck go in off of Erik Karlsson, like with 0.1 seconds to go, and then they lost in overtime?
Yeah, they lost in overtime. So, yeah, it's like, screw them. And, it's like, I just, for them scoring that many power play goals against us is a travesty. But, we'll talk about that later.
Absolutely. All right, so where are we in the standings? Well, we're not third in the Metro anymore, but we kind of knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, we are the top wild card team, surprisingly enough. Despite going 2-2-2, I guess we were.
Yeah.
This week.
Yeah. 6 points
Hockey
out of a possible 12. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. We are 1 point above those stinking Penguins, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
I believe at least a game in hand.
We're tied, actually.
Them.
We're tied at games in hand. We got 2 games in hand against the Devils, who are the second one below us. So, yeah. Yeah, the Devils, of course, have struggled since Jack Hughes has been out. So, I think they won.
Not a shock.
Yeah, not a shock. But it was like, I think they got blitzed by, I think it was Tampa at home this past couple weeks. So, they're going through it right now. It's great to, we're kind of just like hovering right above the fray, which is kind of, on one way, nerve-wracking. On the other way, it's like, okay, we're doing okay at the moment.
But it's all bunched up, though. I mean, you have one bad week, you don't get any points, and you could be you could be down.
No
and
doubt.
I see the Panthers climbing.
Yeah, and that has to be a little concerned. Considering that you're going to have
Chuck will be back soon.
Oh yeah. So that's going to be interesting to see how they are going to start to make their move in the conference and things along those lines. Hopefully they could get in the top 3 in the Atlantic. We don't have to worry about that. We'll see. Right. But yeah.
But all right, so let's get into the individual games. First, we had the Pittsburgh Penguins coming in. The next game. Well, okay. So 2 things we got to mention. First, we gave up 3 out of 4 penalty kills. That's bad.
Yeah.
You allow 3 power play goals. Getting to the middle of the ice. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But probably more importantly, out of this game, Tyson Foerster comes out with an injury after he scores a goal. A little freaky. He's taking a one-timer and then immediately drops to a knee. He's favoring his right arm. We don't know exactly what the injury is. It's listed as upper body, but he will be out 2 to 3 months, which seems to me, because that's how long it took me to recover from a dislocated shoulder. I wonder if that's got him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's a huge loss on the lineup. And again, we'll talk a little bit more about that in the second period, of course. But yeah, I mean, and of all things, like, he must have just, with all of his force, come down behind the puck, or he must have hit it and over-torqued it or whatever. So it's like, it's a huge setback for the team. But talk, kind of challenge the team. It's like, hey, I need you to give 5% more in terms of the overall, performance and whatnot. So maybe that's what we need to have done, within the team. And it seemed like that was responded to very well. No one went into a huge slump or anything like that. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But it's a big loss there, bud. Big loss, because it's like, okay, you're out of him with 2 months. So you're thinking, like, he'll probably be back post-Olympic break, which is like February, late February. And by then it'd be like, you're getting a forward for free on the trade deadline, around that area. So that there's some
the irony is, when we started the season, or early in the summer, we were under the impression we were going to be missing him for a couple months at the beginning of the season anyway.
Yeah.
And unfortunately now it's coming to fruition just for a different reason.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, we'll dig into this a little more in the second period, but Pittsburgh Penguins injuring our players is not a good thing. Yes, I'm blaming the Penguins.
Oh yeah,
I don't care if it was hurt himself.
Yeah, it wasn't the fault of the ice or anything of that sort. It was definitely Pittsburgh's fault. So there you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right. So coming off the sting of that, the Buffalo Sabres shuffle into town. Down at the bottom of the standings, opportunity potentially to get some points. And, of course, the slow starts bug us again. Jason Zucker scores first on a power play, once again allowing the middle of the ice. Can't let that happen. So, not great. But the Flyers turn the tide just like that.
Yeah.
TK finally gets off his goal-scoring slump, throws one to the net on a power play. So we get a power play goal. We got a 2-for-1 out of slumps.
Mm-hmm.
It was challenged for interference as Owen Tippett was in the vicinity. but the officials correctly determined there was no interference. And so the Flyers got another power play, on which Trevor Zegras, who is now the king off of banking goals off of other players' skates, scores a second power play goal.
There you go.
And then all within under a minute, Noah Cates, or I'm sorry, this is Bobby Brink.
Bobby Brink, yeah.
Jumped ahead in the outline. Bobby Brink scores on a rebound, so quickly a 1-0 deficit turns into a 3-1 lead after 59 seconds, I think was the
59 seconds of live time. Yeah. No, it's great. I mean, what a way to blitz. And, I mean, that's huge, and it can carry it over into the second period, and, we got a couple more goals.
Almost got another power play goal. That would have been cool, but no, it was just after a power play had ended. Redirection on the pass, so it's 4-1 Flyers. And we all know at this point, 3-goal leads. That's when things turn.
Yeah. The youth starts to show up in the team. Yeah. It kind of is never comfortable watching this team with multiple goal leads. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there. Buffalo cuts the lead to 4-2. Some anxious moments as for probably 6-8 minutes. They are all over us, and we are nowhere to be found. Finally, Owen Tippett restores some order on a nice, from the seat of his pants, pass from Michkov behind the net. Makes it 5-2. Then after that, Rasmus Dahlin, Buffalo's top player and defenseman, boards Trevor Zegras, gets a major and a game misconduct, is tossed. Flyers fail to capitalize on the major, which is...
But you had 2 goals scored, so it's like, I mean, what is it, 2 goals on the power play? So, I mean...
2 power play goals.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen...
And almost 3.
3, yeah. In that regard, but yeah.
I feel like a lot of major penalties go unscored on, not just here, but I think in general. And I think a lot of it is a team's like, oh, we're on the power play for 5 minutes, and they almost have this tendency to relax. Because I feel like major power plays almost never look as organized as your standard 2-minute.
That's very good. That's very good observation. Yeah, I tend to agree. I think that you kind of get into a place where you're relaxed. You don't have to worry about, okay, we can make them run around for 5 minutes. But that's about it. Right? Yeah, you don't have to rush it. Yeah. Take your time, but then 5 minutes goes by so fast too. That's another thing. You know, it's like it's not quite as quick as 2, but 5 goes by pretty quick if you're not taking advantage of it. But it didn't cost us in the end. We come out with the W.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll take
just
that.
Your question to you. What did you think of the hit? Was it major worthy, did you think?
100%. Yeah. I mean, because I remember playing roller hockey with you, and I remember cross-checking a guy from behind, and, he ends up face forward. I think I only got like 2 minutes out of it or something, or maybe a double minor.
Well, that's roller hockey.
Lesson is don't do that. Don't do that when you're out there.
Don't hit people in the numbers. It was definitely dirty. I don't know if
5 and 10, I'm fine with that. Yeah. I'm fine with it. It could have been 2 and 10. It could have been either one, but he definitely deserved to be thrown out. You don't do that. It's like, especially in this day and age where they're looking out for player safety, in that regard, you don't do something like that, and you deserve to get that 10-minute misconduct for sure. Then you deserve to be thrown out. So, yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. Yeah. Totally fine with it. Yeah.
All right, so then the game we all feared, the Colorado Avalanche come in, and because, of course, we score the first goal.
And then you probably were thinking, oh, maybe not. Might have something. Maybe he was right along. And no.
Couturier tips one in on his birthday. Congratulations. Gives the Flyers a 1-0 lead. But Colorado comes right back. Brent Burns, the 80-year-old ZZ Top lookalike, gets one in on Sam Ersson, who I think surprisingly
got the start. Yeah.
Against Colorado after a pretty good game against Buffalo. Then Brock Nelson also in the first period. Now it's a 2-1 deficit. Nichushkin in the second period makes it 3-1. So you're like, oh boy, here comes the route is on. But TK, thankfully, scores a sweet breakaway goal through the 5-hole.
Yeah.
Gets us within 1. Flyers actually have a tremendous push in the third period. I don't know what the final shot total was, but they heavily outshot.
Yeah, 28-25 for the game, Colorado. But in the third period, 13-3. Flyers shot total. So they were coming.
They were coming. Unfortunately, could not break through, so they take the L 3-2. I guess you look at it, you hung in with who everyone, I mean, the top team in the league at the moment, and everyone considers a legit Stanley Cup contender. So good news from that. I'm kind of disappointed, though, given the way you played. And I realized the third period was probably more about Colorado being tired from 3 games in 4 nights.
Yep.
But look, it was an opportunity, and you didn't get a point out of it.
Yeah, or at least get it into overtime. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I mean, I was very pleasantly surprised by the score being 3-2, because I was also expecting maybe 4-2, 5-2, something like that out of Colorado. But 3 games in 4 nights for them. They're in there, they're doing the Islanders, Rangers, and then they've got us. So, and it was a tough road trip for them. They lost to the Isle, which is shocking in and of itself. But they lose to the Islanders. Right. They go to overtime, beat the Rangers in OT. And they finally get their regulation win here. So, I mean, it was a tough go, basically. I really wish we could have scored on that third period. Didn't get a chance. But lesson learned. I mean, that's something where it's like you're playing the as true Stanley Cup contender. How good is Nathan McKinnon? How good is Cale Makar? I mean, my God. It's just like Cale Makar is just an unbelievable player from his skating ability on the defensive side of things, which is just...
At the risk of triggering another... heavily edited short by you.
Oh no!
I thought it was interesting watching that game. Cale Makar, absolutely all world. Tremendous offensive skill. I think you can exploit him defensively.
I think so too.
If
you got him going backwards,
deceived me. My eyes may have deceived me, but I think Noah Cates walked him and got a tremendous scoring opportunity in that game. It's kind of like Erik Karlsson. His offense is so overwhelming, and he's a tremendous skater. So even if you get by him, he has the opportunity to catch you.
Yeah.
But I think if you can hem him in and
put some pressure on him,
physical with him a little bit, I think you could exploit that.
Yeah.
Just something to keep in mind.
I don't disagree. Yeah. All
right. So the San Jose Sharks then come in next because we're heavy Western Conference now.
Oh yeah.
Flyers dominate. The Sharks, I should say, coming in were pretty surprising record.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone expected them to be where they are in the standings. But the Flyers uncharacteristically come out hot.
Yeah.
For the whole period.
Yeah.
Still give up the first goal somehow. I don't.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Don't know.
But then TK gets his 500th career point, lifting a puck, hitting Zegras in the shoulder. That goes to
drops down to Dvorak. Yeah. Great goal.
A little bit of a weird way to get your 500th career point, but whatever.
Yeah. I was watching that game, and I remember I saw the play, and it was just like, because they were. You're right. I mean, they were dominating that first period, all over the place in the offensive zone, and yet it was like we're down 1-0, and I'm sitting there kind of going like, this is ridiculous. We've got to put one at least in the first. Got to put one past their goalie in the first period, and very luckily on a relative kind of a fluke play, it was like TK in his defensive zone. He's like, I'm just going to pitch this out here with my sandwich, and it just happens to hit Zegras right on the shoulder. Drops right down to Dvorak in the zone, and he forehand back into the net. No chance there. And
thing of beauty.
Yeah, it was great.
And then will miracles never cease?
Yeah. We got a
fourth line goal from newcomer. Well, not newcomer. We came over in the Ryan Ellis trade. Already paying dividends. But he went down to the Phantoms to start the year. Carl Grundstrom called up as part of the Tyson Foerster injury reinforcements. Tips a nice shot in from the point. Gives us the lead 2-1.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing.
I'll
Carl
take
Grundstrom, whose name will come up again. Then we get Noah Cates on a rush. Beautiful shot. 3-1 Flyers. Flyers finish it off with an empty netter. TK was trying to get it to Zegras, flubbed it, and then decided, what the hell, I'll
just shoot it in. Yeah.
Get 4-1. Flyers with I would say, fairly thorough beating of the San Jose Sharks.
Very much so. You contain Macklin Celebrini, which is what you need to do in order to stop that team. I could definitely tell, like, he had some incredible moves. He had a move against Andre. It was just like, oh my gosh. Yep. But you just see the talent and the way that he plays up and down the ice. they're lucky to have that guy. I mean, he is really, really special. Really, really a special player. So, yeah, don't sleep on the Sharks if you're anyone else outside the league, except if you're Pittsburgh. You can sleep all you want. Keeping one eye open because of Gritty, I get it, but I mean, come on, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. All right. We should also mention, I forget if it was the Colorado or San Jose game, the NHL debut of Ty Murchison.
Oh, yeah.
Defenseman called up.
Yeah, he
because
did.
Cam York was injured in the Buffalo. Oh, so it must have been Colorado.
It was Colorado.
Cam York hurt in the Buffalo game. So Murchison makes his NHL debut against Colorado and has not looked out of place, I must say.
I think he's brought some physicality there to the defense, which is really good. He's going up against, I think it was Ryan Reeves, and was right up against him and played very, very well there. So yeah, real great call up. But it's great to see some physicality there on the defensive side of things. So yeah, I think it's a good, smart call up by the Flyers. Really good, really good.
All right, so now we get to the Vegas Golden Cheaters. Continuing the Western Conference theme, although this one had some pregame drama because if you've been living under a rock, Carter Hart decided in free agency to sign with said Cheaters.
Needed a new start there, Steve. Needed a brand new start.
But like one, say, Quitter Gauthier, refuses to explain why. So Carter Hart did not start against the Flyers.
Wasn't even available to the media.
Yeah, and I think that's the more kind of shocking part of it. And Cassidy can talk all he wants about shielding it. Carter Hart he's a coward. I mean,
I don't get it. Part of like learning from something like when you go through life like that is like, how do you rebound? How do you like answer those tough questions that you get from the media? Some of them are tough. Some of them are quote unquote tough. Right. But you still answer them, and you still answer them like a man. You don't get shielded by your organization, in that regard. You played here for a while. You were a great player. You were a decent goaltender, going to be the hype of the future. Everybody thought, okay, this is #1 goalie for the future. You get involved in, I think it was the World Junior Championships. You don't have the presence of mind to leave the room. You don't take accountability. You have to go through that entire trial. You miss 2 years of your career. You're trying to work your way back, and you can't answer those questions. I don't get it. Be a man.
And I should be careful with what I'm doing here.
Yeah, we got to be careful.
Cutter Gauthier, I'm not comparing the two. I mean, Cutter Gauthier he ghosted us and he wanted out and he just wouldn't explain why. And he's a 20-year-old kid. Carter Hart did something bad. Not criminal enough, or at least not the evidence presented wasn't enough to criminally convict, but there's a difference between being innocent and not guilty. And he's how old is he now? 26,
something like
27?
That. Yeah,
he's a legit man at this point.
Yeah,
I expect somebody like that who's done something wrong, and frankly, I mean, was he the second coming of Patrick Waugh? Probably not.
No,
but he was still a decent enough goaltender, and because of what he did, we get nothing. For him leaving, and he gets to go play for a Stanley Cup contender.
Right.
Where's the fairness in that?
Yeah.
The least you could do is tell us why a fresh start was necessary. You brought all this on yourself, bro.
Yeah. I don't get it. But
all right.
He's Vegas's problem. That's fine. Don't matter at the end of the day.
And this leads me to question his mental makeup, frankly. I mean, when you think about some of the best goaltenders, I mean, just Patrick Waugh, because I brought his name up. He strikes me as the type, he's fiery, and he would probably take the onus to step up in front of the microphone. And so there's a reason why he wins 4 cups.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, but we get to the game now. Anyway, Flyers get behind again, 1-0. To tie it up, Sanheim with a nice cross-ice pass to Trevor Zegras for a slam dunk, but then go down again 2-1 in the second period before Juleson bringing the hammer.
Great feed
For
from
the one time.
Yeah, great feed from Dvorak. Nice sauce right onto his tape, and he just hammered it. It was like a setup. Here you go, and just wham! It was just fantastic. Great goal.
Absolutely good stuff.
Yeah.
The Flyers do manage to force overtime against said Golden Cheaters, where unfortunately TK makes a whiff in the defensive zone. And when Jack Eichel is right there, that's not the best time to do that.
Yeah.
He finds Mark Stone with a punchable face, which we'll get into in the second period. Vegas leaves with a 3-2 overtime victory.
I'm fine with
Again,
that.
hanging with a tough cup contender.
Yeah, you got a point out of it. It was like, okay, it's like, could have wished we could have gotten that extra point, but at the same time, okay, we got 1 point out of it. I'm fine with it.
Low event game.
Very
too.
low event game. Yeah.
There weren't a ton of shots, which was surprising.
Yeah. Yeah, shots for the game were Flyers with 19, Vegas with 22. So, and again, we went 0 for on the power play, 0 for 3.
Of course we did.
Yeah. So, I mean, factor in all of it, if you score one of those chances, different outcome, in that regard. So there you go.
Yes, sir. Was that the game where it must have been the game with the third power play they had. The Tocchet started mixing up who was out there.
Yeah.
And the question was asked, like, well, so why did you switch? And he's like, did you see
Did you see with the first two? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, they were horrible. Yeah, that's right.
Right. Okay, so it doesn't get any easier. The Carolina Hurricanes come in last night. Flyers get off to a good start.
Yeah.
Very good start. Bobby Brink with a nice move, puts one past Kochetkov. Then Trevor Zegras gets in on the action on a nice one-timer from behind the net from TK. 2-0 lead after one. You're feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's a multi-goal lead. Here we go.
Here we go again.
Things go south in the second.
Yeah.
Nick Ehlers gets one, makes it 2-1, and then a puck goes off of Cates' skate in the crease to tie it up. Third period comes along. Seth Jarvis, who had 17 goals at the time, somehow was all by himself behind everybody. Gets a breakaway on Sam Ersson. Scores make it 3-2. But an immediate response from
the fourth
Carl
Grundstrom. The fourth line spectacular, right? I guess
2-on-1 with a beauty of a shot.
Yeah.
Like, whew.
Yeah. And I love the quick response because that was like less than. What was I looking at? It's like 23 seconds after they score, late. It was 23 seconds later. So it was a great response back. So you at least get the point.
Absolutely.
Coming out of there. Nothing on the power play. Nothing. Well, literally.
Well, because there was none.
We had no opportunities in that regard. So,
yeah, the refs did seem, I mean, to be fair, I think they let a lot go both ways. So, because I saw some can openers on our side that also didn't result in penalties. So.
But between the third period and overtime, though, Steve, 2 shots by the Flyers. That's it. Carolina with 8. Combine those two.
Yeah, but I would guess most of them came in overtime.
Overtime?
Because the third period, there wasn't a ton of action
Yeah.
besides those 2 events we just talked about.
Yeah.
But Sam Ersson really stepped up in overtime, had some big-time saves, one on Shane Gostisbehere and the other on Jordan Stahl, I think with like a second left. There was not much time.
And I think I might be back on the Sam Ersson bandwagon here, bud.
Here we go.
Because he's now playing better. He is now studying himself after a very slow start. He's now starting to prove that he's like, okay. He was making some saves last night. And 2 of those goals in the second period, they were not his fault at all. One goes off a skate, the other is like no chance. So it's like, I'm fine with that. It's just, and he was making saves to keep the Flyers in it. So
the numbers did not do him justice.
Yeah, they don't. I think you're right. Yeah, we talked about that. So, yeah.
Unfortunate. Now, you go into a shootout and you're like, oh, man, all right, we got the best shootout guy. We got the best shootout goaltender. Let's go.
Yeah.
Zegras misses. What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to mention Colorado in the third period. Zegras got a penalty shot.
And missed that. Yeah.
And he missed that.
Yeah.
He's 0 for 3 on penalty shots. That apparently gets in his head. But the shootout goal, it was like when he missed, it's like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Ersson does his part, stops the first 3 shooters for Carolina. Kochetkov was very active with his stick in the shootout. Poked the one away from Bobby Brink, who was the fourth shooter. He also got a stick on Michkov's attempt. And then Jackson Blake. Is he the son of Jason Blake?
He might be.
I believe he is.
We'll have to look that up. Yeah.
I believe he is.
Yeah.
Puts a nice move on Harrison, wins it for Carolina. So our first shootout loss of the season. Just cannot manage to beat these Carolina Hurricanes. I don't know.
I don't get it. But again, a point, and you end the 2 weeks 6 points out of a possible 12. So it's kind of like, meh. You're right in the middle.
You only had 2 wins. You only had 2 wins. That's the thing.
And you're on the seesaw.
I wanted 7 points.
Yeah. I think I
wanted 7 points, which would,
yeah,
I wanted 7, and I wanted it to come by way of 3 wins.
Yeah.
But that
just didn't happen.
Folks, there's snow all over the place out there. Matt, remember to lift with your back and keep your head uncovered.
I appreciate that. Thanks, Steve.
Oh, wait, I think I got that backwards. But if you want to get your energy up to clean all that crap up, why not get yourself a tub of W's S'mores Flavor Energy Drink? Not that it will help you now, but next time. The world's only s'mores flavored energy drink. Mix it with milk, and you can make like you're around the campfire before you go out to do the hard work. Visit W at their website, w.gg, or download the app to your phone. If you use our promo code MEN in orange and black, remember the ampersand, not the word and, you can get $4 off this $40 tub or any other in W's inventory. All right, back for the second period. We're going to start out with studs and duds. Then we got the concernometer. And then we have a few things that happened in the NHL which peripherally involve the Flyers. So we're going to hit that up. So let's get right into this. Your stud for the last 2 weeks, Mr. Craig.
Travis Konechny, doing very, very well. Obviously, 500th point on the year. But had a very good week, actually. First, couple of weeks. I'm trying to pull it up here really, really fast.
Minus the Vegas overtime.
Minus the Vegas overtime.
It happens.
It's
it
kinda,
happens.
Yeah, it's like a slip and fall there. But 3 goals, 3 assists in his last 5, and that does not include the that happened there. But doing very, very well. +2. You're starting to show up on a stat sheet more and more after a slow start at the beginning. But doing very well. But yeah, it's over 500 points in his career. Doing very well. And a +9 so far this season with 26 points in 30 games all told. So, yeah, love him. He's great. Great player. I think I've nominated him like more times than I can count since we started this podcast as my stud. So, yeah, he's doing very, very well there. Yeah. Your stud there,
I think
bud.
that the goal against Buffalo,
yeah.
Yes, the goal against Buffalo, I think, really got him back on track.
Yeah.
And it was nice to see because it surprised me he was +9 on the season. So he's overtime excluded. He's been very good.
Oh, yeah.
5-on-5.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, doing very well.
Definitely good to see, and glad to see that he is back to some semblance of the player he was the first half of last year. Because I think that's going to be important. If you want to make a playoff push, I think TK is going to be one of the ones who's going to have to drag you there, and it's good to see him back.
And he wants to
being TK.
Yeah, he wants to be in the playoffs. So he said that much at a press conference afterwards. So, yeah, it's really great to see.
All right.
Yep.
All right, my stud, a little bit, because we're going to talk about the fourth line in a little bit, and I know my dud last week was Garnet Hathaway. My stud has really seemingly changed the fortunes of the fourth line. That's Carl Grundstrom.
Yeah.
Give me some Grundstrom, baby.
Let's go. Yeah.
2 goals in 3 games.
Where was this on the fourth part?
I know.
Yeah.
Looks the part. I mean, the guy has something like 300 NHL games, so he's not a rookie, and he's not some guy who's a career AHLer.
Yeah.
So this shouldn't come as a surprise. But to me, frankly, this guy's got to stay in the lineup.
100%.
Even, the Foerster injury, who knows what's going to happen roster-wise in the next 2-3 months.
Yeah.
But even if Foerster comes back, I think you got to find a way to keep this guy in on the fourth line.
Oh, no doubt.
He's really given some juice, and he's got some hands, as we've seen. A nice tip, and he had a beauty goal last night against Carolina.
Yeah.
So he's definitely my stud for the.
I'll take it.
Weeks. Even if he was only here for a week. He's making an impact.
Hey, he's making a big time impact. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to go to the duds. I'll start off. Multi-goal leads, Flyers. What the hell?
Yeah. It's happened too much.
I spend all this time talking about how it's great that we're a great come-from-behind team, but you really can't do that all season because it's going to wear you down.
Yeah.
It tires you out. Chasing the game is not a good way to play. So when they get out to leads, I'm like, all right, great. We can play with a lead. But it seems like every time they hit 2 or 3 goals, the switch is like, all right, we're done.
We got it.
We're good.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about here.
You know, you go down 2 goals, we got it right where we want them. We go up 2 goals, it's like, oh, shit. Here we go. We're in trouble now.
Yeah.
I almost don't want them to score that 3rd goal.
I was just going to say.
So, like, I know where this is going.
Yeah, part of this,
We're
too.
going to get hammed in for 5 minutes.
Right. Part of this, too, is the fact that they're the 3rd youngest team in the National Hockey League. So that's understandable because it's like you're trying to figure out, like, not only your identity, but like, how do you really close a team out all the way straight through? And you cannot take your foot off the gas. That's what Pittsburgh does constantly. They take the foot off the gas, even up 5-1, to a team that is beatable in this league. You know, still beatable to some extent, but you can't take the foot off the gas. You got to give a full 60-minute effort. And I think Talk knows this too. I think he's kind of alluded to it in some of his pressers. You
can see it wears on him.
It wears on him a little bit.
He's not happy with it.
Yeah. But I mean, the way the roster is constructed right now, this is the hands you're dealt. So it's a matter of just understanding and being patient. And if you're a player on that team, you've got to be able to kind of just like, you got to put it out of your mind, really. When you're up 2, where's that 3rd goal? When you're up 3, where's that 4th? You know, that kind of a deal. And you're up, you got a huge lead. Then I think personally, and you could speak to this as well, you're playing roller hockey. I think if you're up by 3 goals or more with less than 4 minutes to go, the game's over. It's a matter at that point of playing good defense and making sure you're blocking shots, or you're chipping it off the board, or whatever the case may be. That's when you're really kind of relax a little bit. When it hits like 4 minutes to go or 3 minutes left in the 3rd period, and you're up 3 goals. There's no excuse for you to not like chip it off the board or whatever. You're clogging up the middle of the ice, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
But when when you still have 2/3 of the game left to go and you're up 3, you need to focus.
You got to put the pressure on.
I mean, just they were up 3 against Buffalo and they sagged for. It didn't end up burning them, but they sagged for a significant period of time.
Yeah.
They didn't really have a multi-goal lead on Colorado, but they got the first goal and then let Colorado back in. San Jose, actually, they were all over them the whole time.
Yeah.
Vegas, they never had a lead. But Carolina, they were up 2-0.
Yeah.
And let that slip away. So, dud.
Yeah.
All right, but your dud is also you're not singling out one single player. You're going for the PK.
I'm going for the penalty kill.
So what's up?
Yeah, top 15 now instead of top 5. I want that to change. They're at 81.5% at the time of this recording, 15th in the league. Still above average for the most part. Just to give you an idea, Seattle's the worst at 66.7% penalty kill. Avalanche at 85.7%. So we're right.
That was, you know what? That was a weird thing.
Yeah.
Colorado's power play, which of course we gave up a power play goal because, but their power play is actually bad.
Yeah.
Like it was like 15% or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
So of course we give up the power play goal, but that's shocking to me.
They're at 15.3. Yeah. They're at 15.3% right now on the year, which is above Carolina and below the Utah Mammoth. Utah Mammoth at 15.4% on the power play. I don't want to talk about Pittsburgh, but they're the best power play in the league at 32.9.
Well, but you have at least as of last recording coming in, they were the best goals for.
Yeah.
Over 100 something.
Yeah.
And you're doing that with a shitty power play. Holy crap. Can you imagine if their power play was actually good? Holy crap.
Yeah.
Blowing everybody out.
Yeah, 100%. So, it's like I attribute these 2 weeks to just a blip on the radar. I just want to see this dud turn into a stud, this unit to turn back into where they were. So I'm giving them positive motivation there, bud. That's the only thing I'm going to say in that regard. So, but yeah, that's my stuff for the week.
Well, I was feeling good about 0 for 2 last night on Carolina, but you just told me Carolina's power play is lousy, so I feel less good about it.
Yeah, there's that. But, I mean, at the same time, it's good to see an offer. That's what I want to see. Yes. I want to see an offer all the way straight across the board.
Let's stack some of those like we were earlier in the year.
100%.
Diamond, folks, diamond.
Yeah.
Bang. Okay. Concernometer. We're going to do concernometer here.
Yeah.
And why don't we stick with my dud, which was holding multiple goal leads. We'll do that one first. How concerned are you with the inability to function properly after getting 2 or 3 goals up early in games?
So I'm weighing this with the fact that they're a young team, but it's something that I think with proper preaching and proper beating them over the head, do not let off the gas. Right now, I would say it's a 7. I'm like kind of it's up there. It's up there right now. I want very concerned. Yeah, I feel like this has been a pattern throughout the entire year. It's something that hasn't been fully addressed yet. And it has to be fully addressed. Like, we've got to be able to kind of just come up with a solution that when you're up 2 against Carolina, you hunt for that 3rd goal. You don't ease off the gas pedal. Like, that's exactly what happened in that second period, where it was literally like we couldn't get out of our own blue line last night in the second period, if you noticed. And that was incredibly frustrating. They were all like, the forwards are going up the ice, and they were expecting their D-man to help, where really one forward needs to be back to have that outlet, then give it out. So it was almost like we were just kind of just skating up a hill all the time, and it wasn't like none of our forwards are coming back. So that needs to be addressed, and that needs to be a full 60. Again, the effort needs to be a full 60 minutes. Again, you're up 2. You're up 2 on a couple of different teams this week, and you didn't quite close the door. You know, you needed to hunt for that 3rd goal to make them really force the issue in that regard. So 7.
I'm going to give it a 5. I mean, it's still concerning to me, but the fact of the matter is, yes, it's been an all-season thing, but it's been very few times they've actually had that kind of advantage, because most of the time we're coming from behind. So I feel like with more experience leading in games, it will come, but they do need to fix it.
Yeah.
So I've got it on a 5.
You're going on a 5. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Now, next one. I kind of named this as the concernometer before Carl Grundstrom really kind of got going here.
Yeah.
But the 4th line scoring. Tocchet got pretty agitated. I think it was again the Colorado game. He put out the 4th line, I think, with 5 minutes left to go in the game. Obviously, you were down a goal. You needed some scoring. And so the question was, well, why are you putting them out with 5 minutes to go? And he was kind of testy about it. He's like, because everybody else is tired. And, it was kind of scolding the media. You know, that's a dumb question. You have a 4th line to spell the other guys. You can't just roll nine forwards out all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone. And so with tongues hanging out on the bench, yes, at that point, I needed a shift from the 4th line to buy me some time so that my scorers would be rested for the final push in the last 3-4 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, I could also hear, it's like, yes, I needed to put the 4th line out, and they're NHL players, but, there's not much I can do to make the 4th line be better. And so my concern on the concernometer is the 4th line, they don't always have to score, but like we talked about last week when I made Hathaway my dud, it was like they need to bring the energy and kind of get the flow going back towards the other team's net and hit some guys, turn some pucks over, get a forecheck going. But now that Grundstrom is here, and has 2 goals in 3 games and has the first goal, because Abel's had a goal, but it was not technically with the 4th line. He was actually out with some other guys.
Yep.
This was a true 4th line goal, and so was the one last night. With Grundstrom here, I think my concernometer is backed off to about a 4.
Okay.
Because I think he will help.
I would agree. I have some concern with the 4th line. I will want to see more consistency. I think adding Grundstrom will definitely help. I would want to see Hathaway step up.
Yes.
And continually to get better and to mix things up a little bit more. He did a little bit of that with Carolina last night. But the production, no points in the games that he's played so far this year, and he's a minus player. For me, it's a 5. But I'm echoing exactly what you're saying, Steve. I think just having Grundstrom on the 4th line is going to make it a little bit better. And maybe that's the catalyst to kind of get something going on that line so that you can roll 4 lines out with teams that are like Colorado and a Dallas and a Vegas and and all the top teams in the East and whatnot, where you need to have that 4th line come in, and you're not having tongues on the bench, basically needing Gatorade or water or whatever the case may be. Right. So yeah, for me it's a 5, like I said. But yeah, we'll see. I think adding Grundstrom is huge. I think that's a big step in the right direction on that line.
I think the problem in the Colorado game was your 4th line was not functional, and so you can't put them out regularly early in the game.
Yeah,
so that you can, with 5 minutes to go, just ride your top 3 lines, right? The fact that you weren't able to give them regular shifts is why guys were tired by the 5 minutes left in the 3rd period. So hopefully with this, we'll see some 4th line effort increase and improve going forward. Okay, so now the big concern-o-meter.
Yeah.
The injury to Tyson Foerster, and it looks like we're without him probably till the Olympic break. What is your level of concern over this injury?
So this one, I had some back and forth in my own mind, because I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, a good chunk of our offense is going to be gone, and we've got some decent teams on the schedule, but the scoring has not stopped. The scoring has not slumped. We're still scoring, I think, pretty much on average 3 to 4 goals per game. 5 against Buffalo, 2 against Colorado, 4 against San Jose, 2 against Vegas, and of course 3 against Carolina. So I haven't seen like 1 goal, 0. You haven't been shut out, or just only 2. So in that regard, my concern was pretty high when he left. Now that he's going to be gone, and the goal scoring is on average, I'm kind of flipping back and forth between a 5 and a 6. I'm going to go on the positive side. I'm going to say 5. So I'm going to be right in the middle. There's some concern, but not terribly concerned. It'll be interesting to see in the next couple of weeks with the fact that they're going on the road and they're going out to the West. So it'll be interesting to see how well that team continues to gel and contribute. I think having Cates and Brink together will be big. I think that's going to be huge. If Grundstrom shows up on the 4th line and Hathaway starts to score. And, of course, if you have Zegras being who he is, nearly a point per game. TK paired alongside him. Coots providing some additional offense as well. I think there's some opportunity there. But, yeah, having him not in the lineup is a loss. And so it's like,
Good one.
Yeah. What about you? What about you with him?
I'm at a 6.
You're at a 6.
Yes, he was leading the team in goals when he went out. So the concern initially was the scoring. The scoring hasn't fallen off a cliff. But Foerster also was a big presence defensively and on the penalty kill.
And on the power play. On the power play, too.
And on the power play.
Yeah.
So the concern is long-term, are you going to see some dip from that perspective? So until it's been 2 weeks, obviously they played a number of games against some good teams and they've hung in there. But I mean, like, the Sixers would lose Allen Iverson back in the day and they would win a couple games. Because short term, you can rally around. But if he was out long term, that's when it's like, all right, now your depth is being tested. So we have to see for an extended period of time if the depth can keep up.
Yeah.
But so at the moment, I'm a 6. When it first happened, I was probably like you. I was probably like 7, 8.
Yeah, 7, 8. Yeah.
I'm down to a 6 because I think they've proven that they can hold the fort.
Yep.
But yeah, we need to see it a little bit longer.
Oh yeah,
to see if it'll hold.
For sure.
All right, now a couple of other things going on around the league. Last couple of weeks. First one was a big one. Came down Thursday night.
Yeah. Which you went and oh my gosh! After I texted to you, you were like, "Whoa, what the heck?" Yeah.
I mean,
it was rumored, obviously.
More about who he went to.
Oh yeah,
than
100%.
Anything else.
Yeah.
We talked last episode about Quinn Hughes being on the trading block from Vancouver. What would it take for the Flyers to get him? Well, Quinn Hughes has now been traded to the Minnesota Wild. The key pieces of that were defenseman Zeev Buyam, who was drafted. The Flyers drafted out of that spot to the Minnesota Wild so they could take him. So the Flyers got Luchenko, along with center Marco Rossi and a
2026 pick. First round pick?
26 first round pick.
Yeah. Which might be on the low end of the spectrum if you're Vancouver, so you might have, you're probably going to be top 1, probably easily in the top 3, but then you also have like the bottom first round. You're thinking that
Right.
Minnesota's going to be in the
Right.
playoffs. So
Yeah. Big move for Minnesota.
Big. They needed it, I think, to compete up against Colorado and Dallas, because you know that if you're
Yes.
Minnesota, you're going to be competing against either one of those two teams in the first round. I mean, and that is a
Yes.
very tough draw if you're Minnesota. So you needed to make that move.
Yeah. You
Like-
had the premier forward in Kaprizov.
Yeah. So now you have
so
this
you
back
needed
end in
defense.
Hughes. So now the question is, at that point, and now this rumor and speculation is, will Hughes sign long term with Minnesota?
Which he can't do until July 1st of next year.
Mm-hmm.
So therein lies there. I don't know what the bargaining rules are, but I don't know if you're allowed to discuss extensions before that.
That's a good question. Yeah.
At least officially.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge kind of thing, maybe.
mhm.
But so that's going to be the risk for Minnesota. They gave up a fair amount of young talent. Obviously, they're in a good spot where they could compete.
Yep.
So this move makes sense for them.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be, if they can re-sign him, that's all the better for them.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be a home run of a trade.
Yeah,
but there's some risk there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see. So, looking at what Minnesota gave up,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure the Flyers had what it would have taken.
Yeah, I mean, the
For
only thing that
Quinn
I
Hughes.
could think of was, and I think you were rightly speculating this, Steve, Cam York had to have been included in that deal, and I don't think
Yes.
you'd move him if you're the Flyers after you signed him to a 5-year deal. Even though that cap is relatively, it fits, basically. It's a movable commodity, essentially, like with York. 5 years at $5.5 million per AAV is not that difficult for any organization to take on. I just think that Vancouver would have asked for Porter Martone and maybe a first-round pick on top of that. I mean, I think the price would have been way, way too high, or we would have had to give up another young forward. And I don't think the Flyers right now, with the youth that they have what they're building right now, I don't think that would have really worked, even though Quinn Hughes would have been an amazing add to this lineup, especially on the power play if you had him quarterbacking it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Him on the blue line would have been unbelievable, but the price would have been too high.
I think you have to look at it in the context of, if you can't talk an extension with this guy,
Yeah.
it's a huge risk. And
Big
where
time.
we are in our development,
Mm-hmm.
we can't afford to sacrifice the depth of our
Young forward.
upcoming forwards.
Yeah, exactly.
You just can't.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was on an 8-year contract, you're going to have him for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm more apt to give up on a forward, but we need these guys on the team.
Yeah.
Right? We're not in a position where we can be sacrificing farm system for win now guys. We're not in a win now mode.
Exactly. Yeah, this
Minnesota
is a move you
is
make.
ahead of us.
This is a move you probably make if you are easily in the top 3 in the Metro, and you're making a push to get into the postseason and get into the conference final or go to the Stanley Cup. I mean, this is a guy that you make that deal for. Right now, we're maybe, I would argue, 3 players away from that, so we're not quite there yet to make a move in that regard. Because, again, we have so much youth that's being pumped into the pipeline right now, and some of them right now, like Porter Martone, is ripping it up in the NCAA, so you don't part with that. You just don't. You see the talent.
I mean,
with him.
if you had young guys on the team already who were scoring at great clips and were looking like superstars, then and again, the whole how long is he going to be here thing too. Like, are you giving up Martone for a year? Of Quinn Hughes, or are you giving up for 8 years? There's a big difference.
Or there was some talk out there of Matvei Michkov being traded, to get Quinn Hughes over here, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. It's like I keep going. Matvei Michkov's very, very young. You need him to develop in this, and it's going to take time for him to go there. So he needs to be here, I think, for his offseason. That's a totally separate issue. I get it.
To make the trade for Quinn Hughes, what Minnesota did is you had to have the horses on the NHL team and the horses in the system to move for Hughes. We have some horses in the system. We don't have the horses. We don't have the depth.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Yeah, because essentially you're right. Because if thinking you would also have to probably move a Noah Cates or a Bobby Brink. And I'm not parting with those guys. I'm absolutely not parting with those guys.
I would absolutely part for them, but who's behind them? That's the issue.
That's the issue. Yes.
Who you're giving up guys? Who's going to fill that in?
Yeah. Good
Yo,
point.
okay, great. We landed Quinn Hughes. We're awesome, but now our forward cover is bare.
Now we have no scoring.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's where it comes in. Okay, now to a funnier trade.
Yeah, this one was hilarious.
The Edmonton Oilers decided they needed an upgrade in net after 2 years of Stuart Skinner in the Stanley Cup Finals. So they acquired Tristan Jarry from the Pittsburgh Penguins, who now admittedly had some good numbers this season.
Mm-hmm. But Kyle Dubas doing Kyle Dubas things, man. I mean, I don't know what they're doing there. I mean, you
got to rebuild. They have to rebuild. They have to know the end is coming.
So you go with Stewart's. This is the beginning of the end, I guess, right? If you're in Pittsburgh, because what are you doing? Skinner's decent numbers.
Well, they got Kulak too in the deal, right? So
okay.
They got more players.
Yeah.
In the deal, I think they got a pick too. So I'm not crapping on the trade from the Penguins' perspective, other than it's funny we're gonna get to face Stuart Skinner a lot because he is very much up and down, and down, streaky as hell. I'll make a great glove save one time, and then I'll head it right to Alex Barkov on another instance.
Go off the waffle, right?
The funnier part, so that's why it's peripherally important to the Flyers.
Yeah.
The funnier part to me is the Oilers are getting Jarry. So I look at that as you had to improve in net, but you kind of went laterally.
I don't know if that's
Tristan Jarry was in the AHL last season.
Yeah.
Right? He is just as up and down as Stuart Skinner was.
Yeah. I don't know
that Edmonton improved anything.
And then on top of that, I think I read somewhere that he is a homegrown talent in Edmonton, like he grew up in the area.
Jarry?
Yeah. So not only are you going back home,
hometown pressure,
but you got that added pressure, and you only have that window. I think that to this point, if you're making a lateral move in goaltender and you're not getting better, what does that say to Connor McDavid, who only signed a 2-year extension? Yeah. I mean, if you're McDavid and you want to win, right? I mean, this kind of throws in a question.
Connor, we're trading Stuart Skinner.
Hooray!
Yay! For who? We're getting Tristan Jarry.
Yay!
Got sent to the AHL, Tristan Jarry?
What does that mean for him, for Connor McDavid? And that's a big question, and especially coming the fact that I'm telling you, Steve, maybe I might be going a little insane here, maybe, but in 2 years' time. And if he hasn't won, and he's looking at this roster here in South Philadelphia, don't throw it. I'm putting it out there right now.
Hey, we got 6 inches of snow on the ground, but we're still warmer than Edmonton. Just saying.
Just saying, right? Just saying. You never know in this NHL. You have no idea. But, I mean, I don't know. If you're McDavid, you're kind of scratching your head. You're kind of going this is not an upgrade. This is okay, we got rid of the guy who admittedly has been very, very streaky, can be really good, but when where the lights are brightest, he doesn't show up. So now you're trading for a goaltender who has now gone from here to the NHL down to the AHL and now has rebounded back. So what are we doing here?
And again, he's got decent numbers.
Yes. Yeah.
But he's not playoff tested. I'll tell you that right now.
So a very curious trade, but we'll see. Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up with the list of most punchable faces that came out this past week.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this was hilarious.
Not surprising, some of the top names. Brad Marchand is among them. Who was the leader?
The leader was Nick Cousins at 24.3% out of 107 responses. So that's 25, 26 people saying, he's got the most punchable face in the NHL, which is incredible.
Yeah. That doesn't shock me. I was a little bit more surprised that Anders Lee, who I have said on this podcast multiple times, has a very punchable face.
Wasn't even listed there, bud.
Wasn't even listed. Neither apparently was Mark Stone, who frankly looks constipated every time I see his face on the bench.
Yeah.
This is Mark Stone face.
Yeah, right.
2 Flyers made the percentage list.
Hathaway.
Trevor Hathaway
at 2.8. I mean, that's not bad.
Understood.
Yeah.
Trevor Zegras, though.
Yeah, at the bottom of the list there, bud. Yeah.
That must have come after that incident in the first Pittsburgh game. It had to.
I
right?
guess so. Yeah, when he was kind of, doing that,
maybe. I was a little bit shocked. TK wasn't. He got one vote.
It was one. He was one of many players that got one vote each. Former Flyer Scott Lawton was also listed there, and concerningly, Matvei Michkov got one vote.
Well, we know that was Matt Celebrini.
That's got to be Celebrini.
That was his vote.
Yeah, 100%.
That was Celebrini's vote.
Yeah.
But I was just because of the way TK has been over the years, I was a little bit surprised he wasn't a little higher.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think guys like Jake Gensel, Yevgeny Malkin, they would have all voted for him. I don't know.
I'm surprised by that. But yeah, I mean, it was utterly hilarious to see like Cousins and Brad Marchand, number 2 at 19.6.
Well, that's not a shocker at all.
And then Matthew Tkachuk at 10.3. So
also not a shocker.
Not a shocker as well. Sam Bennett made the list. Not shocking either.
Yeah.
2.8%. So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 of the 7, top 7 on this list, Florida Panthers. So there you go. Right. I guess also when you've won 2 Stanley Cups in a row, you want to take out your frustration as well.
And not only did you win those Stanley Cups, but you basically pounded the crap out of everybody along the way.
Yeah,
so they're not happy about it.
They're not happy about it either. Yeah, exactly.
All right, third period. So the Flyers are going on the road forever.
Yeah. It's not on the road again. It's actually on the road this time. That kind of deal.
When I was putting together the outline, and I was outlining the next few games. I'm like at, and then I see Vancouver. I'm like, oh my god, are we going at Vancouver after the Ranger game? And then I realized that was the lone home game. So I said, thank God.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because being at Vancouver and then at Chicago the next night, that would be a bear.
Yeah, that would be unbelievable. NHLPA would have a field day with that. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, speaking of a bear, the first game, which you all know the result of at this point anyway, since we're recording the morning of that game, the Flyers will finish the second half of a back-to-back with Carolina in Carolina starting at 5 p.m. So that's less than 24 hours.
How did they put that in there? I don't quite understand that.
I guess they figured because both teams were traveling from the same place, nobody was really getting an advantage out of it.
I guess, yeah. Makes sense. Yeah.
Maybe Carolina is, the first game after a long road trip. I don't know if they've been on a long road trip, but
ironically enough, though, this is the third of 4 meetings that we have with the Hurricanes. The next time we play them after this game on the 14th of December, we don't see them again until April 13th, towards the end of the year.
Oh, goody.
Which is like good and bad. It's like I don't have to see them, but at the same time, it's like they're going to be looming when possible playoff positioning is going to be involved. So it's like, so, but we're playing them tough.
Maybe they'll rest their starters.
Yeah, right. Exactly. They'll get like first or second place locked up. They don't need to play. That kind of deal. We'll see.
I can't wait to hear the horror travel stories that come out this afternoon.
Right.
I'm sure the travel down was not great because they had to fly down after the game and the snow had already begun.
Yeah, that had to have been awful. It's like you're just packing your bags, you're just throwing stuff in. It's like, okay, we're out of here, like immediately. Police escort to the airport and off you go. That must have been awful last night. So we'll see.
All right. Well, the next game after that, which you also will know of because this is on a Tuesday night and we release on Wednesday at noon. Share,
subscribe. Yep.
Hey, we're up to 29 subscribers. We are building, much like the Flyers. We're building up.
Yeah.
We want some more subscribers. We want to hear from you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate all the comments, especially the ones that defended me against Montreal.
I wonder who did that. I don't know.
Speaking of Montreal, we are at the Bell Center. It's still the Bell Center, right?
Yeah, I think it is still the Bell Center, yeah.
Or Les Center Bell on Tuesday. The Canadians come in 29th in the league in goals against.
Their goaltending has been a huge issue all year, actually.
Yes.
And
yes, I have the numbers here. Dobish is 887, 315. Montembeault is 857, 365. It's gotten so bad they called up Jacob Fowler, who I guess is, the in the pipeline guy.
Yeah.
He's played, I think, 2 games to this point. He's held his own, but he's still, I think, a sub 900 save percentage through his first couple games.
Yeah.
So the goaltending has been bad. 4 of their last 6 losses have been by 3 or more goals.
Yeah. There's Civ up
So
there
maybe-
right now defensively. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we got to take advantage
So
of that.
Maybe Demidov needs to score a few more goals.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I don't know.
He's not a goal
Careful,
scorer.
that might be a short. Careful.
I just think that's Slayer. He's not a goal scorer. He looked pretty damn good scoring a goal against the Flyers. I don't know.
Well,
Where's that the rest of the time, apparently?
don't know.
He
Never
doesn't
know.
play with Caulfield and Suzuki. Yeah, power play. he does.
Might just work out there, Montreal fans. You never know. Just saying.
Yeah, so let's hope we can take advantage of that poor defending by Montreal.
Last time, of course, we'll be facing up there. Next time we face them would be the day after Carolina in April. To be the last game of the year at home. So
Yes.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yes.
Hopefully we can get out of there with a win.
Absolutely. And then the Flyers will be in Buffalo for a rematch. Rasmus Dahlin received no supplemental discipline from his numbers hit on Trevor Zegras, so he will be in the lineup. Not that I was expecting a lengthy suspension.
Team is 9-5. Yeah, team is 9-5-2 at home. So they are a different team at home than they are on the road.
Yes, and they've won their last 2 games, including a victory over Edmonton.
Yeah.
So don't sleep on these guys. I know we beat them 5-2 last time, but they were missing Dahlin for about a period and a half of that game, and he's definitely their best player. So
Gotta be ready.
Be
All that
careful.
kind of stuff. Yep. We'll see about
And
that.
good, rightly pointing out they're a better team at home than on the road.
Yeah. Speaking of a team that's not doing well at home, it would be New York, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Raggers.
Yeah. First time we see them. Yeah.
Yeah, first time we see them. They are 25th in goals for. So, like us, they are struggling to put the puck in the net. Interesting.
Yeah.
Pending free agent Artem Meepman and Jad, who is not a pending free agent, both have 11 goals. There's been talk that Panarin, when his contract is up, might go back to the K.
Oh, interesting.
Stick it out with the Rags. So, yeah.
No kidding. Wow.
Very interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. So that will be a fun situation to monitor.
I guess that Mike Sullivan experiment hasn't exactly worked out early for them.
Yeah.
You know?
It does not help that Adam Fox, previous Norris Trophy winner,
he's been out.
He won one.
Yeah.
He is on long-term IR since November 29th.
Yeah. So that's a huge
that's
loss for them. So yeah.
But Shesterkin is keeping them in with the 909 and 253 stats. So you're going to have to beat him to beat the Rangers.
I would think so. Yeah.
But like you said, they're bad at home, right? So
Yeah.
you're getting them in the right place.
4-8-3 up at Madison Square Garden as of the time of this recording, the 14th of December. So
Wow. So that they are 12-5-1 on the road.
on the road.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
The
They're a much
pressures
better
of
road
playing
team than they
Madison.
are at home. Can you imagine if they didn't have the road record they did?
Yeah.
They'd be one of the worst teams in the league. But they're only
That is shocking.
1 point behind us in the standings, and yet they've played 3 more games than us so far this season. So they have not taken advantage of their compressed schedule early on. And as a result, all the results at home, they've not played well. So it's very interesting in that regard to see how they're holding up. We can take advantage of them here up at MSG. So we'll see.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Then the lone home game in the next 3 weeks, the Vancouver Quinn Hughes Canucks come in for a Monday affair. They are 30th in goals against, and that figures probably to not improve much in the absence of Quinn Hughes either.
Yeah.
Zeev Buium, while a nice power play guy in Minnesota in his first season, hasn't been the greatest defensively yet in his young career. So short term, the goals against is probably not going to improve. Elias Pettersson is going to be missing today's game.
Oh, really?
With an injury. So that will be something to monitor over the next few weeks to see if he's back in the lineup.
Yeah.
He is now the team leader in points with only 22.
Wow.
So they are a low-scoring team as well. Quinn Hughes did lead the team in points, but he's gone. So Pettersson being out will be a major loss. And Marco Rossi, who they acquired in the Quinn Hughes trade, was injured at the time and is still not ready to come back. So curious to see if he will be in the lineup by the time they arrive.
Yeah, right.
In a couple weeks from now.
Yeah, I take advantage of this team, Steve. I mean, this is like their lone home game, like within the next 3 weeks right now. So
Yeah,
this is one where
that's got to be 2.
It has to be 2. It absolutely must be 2. Yeah, for sure. So yeah,
absolutely.
Yep.
It very annoying though. Vancouver. They have 2 players, both with the name Elias Pettersson. One plays defense.
The other
and
plays
is
offense?
obviously the
Oh,
center.
God.
And so when I looked at the injury report on hockeyreference.com, I saw Elias Pettersson, not realizing
it was
there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
So I had to go and double check which one it was.
God.
So that you're making my life difficult.
At least it wasn't the Sedin twins back in the day. You know, that kind of. At least
Well,
you
at
knew
least
who
they
was
had-
what. Yeah.
They had different first names.
Yeah, exactly.
At least.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the exact. I was looking. It's like the exact same spelling. I'm like, come on.
It's like, what's happening
Come
here?
on, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Maybe the exact same. I'm wavering on that now. Maybe one had 2 S's. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just stop it. it's stupid. Have the same exact name. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
crazy.
All right, and then to wrap up right before Christmas, the Flyers will be traveling to Chicago to take on the Blackhawks. Connor Bedard was injured the other night, suffered a shoulder injury when Braden Shen bowled him over in the faceoff dot.
Oh.
Unclear at this point in time how significant that injury is or how long he will be out. So that's another thing we will have to monitor to see if he will be back in the lineup by the time the Flyers play them.
He's having a good year. Blackhawks are having a decent year, actually. 500 as of the time of this recording. 32 points in 32 games. So they're right there, is all I could say. They're not the top. They're not the echelon, obviously, between Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota. You know, they're 9 points behind Minnesota for third. So they're way down. Utah is ahead of them in the standings right now. But I mean, they're having a decent year. They're not terrible, but they're
not.
They're kind of like
But
what
I
we
would be
were.
curious.
Yeah, you know,
I would be curious. Are they like the Sharks? Are they having a good year
Yeah.
with some fortune their way, and they're just not a great team?
No,
Like, yes, the Sharks have some great young forwards, but I didn't think their defense was very good.
I would agree.
And so their offense might have been carrying them a little bit here early in the season.
I
And
think, yeah.
Chicago, this is the clear thing. So you pointed out Bedard's having a great year after a sophomore slump. He's got 44 points, 19 goals.
Not bad.
The next closest player in points on the team is Bertuzzi. He only has 26 points.
Wow.
And
So it's Bedard
altogether,
or
Chicago
nothing.
as a team, Chicago as a team is 23rd for goals for. So they're not actually lighting it up offensively other than Bedard. And if he's out for an extended period of time, you got to think that's going to take a hit.
I would think so.
They are getting good goaltending from Spencer Knight, who they got from Florida last year. 10-7-5. He's got a .915 save percentage and a .252 goals against.
Which, if
So,
you're Chicago, you'll
back
take
end
that.
looks promising.
Yeah, their back end looks very
Absolutely.
promising. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see like how we go in to Chicago, especially Vancouver 7:30. Then you got to leave. You head out again on the road quickly to Chicago right before the Christmas break.
Oh, that's a short flight. I've been on that flight. That's short.
What is it, like 2 hours, 2.5 hours?
It's
2
less.
hours?
It's less than 2.
Less than hours?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I figured as much.
It just seems longer when there's turbulence and you have to pee. That's when it's long. But
Well,
otherwise, it's a short flight.
I would too. My God, if it was involved in turbulence and I had to pee on the plane, oh my God, that wouldn't be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do we want out of this pre-Christmas?
Oh, God.
What's your Christmas gift here?
My Christmas gift, I would love to see 8 or more points because I think I could see 10. I would love to see 10. I think Montreal, Buffalo, Vancouver, and Chicago, you have the best chance to get 2 points out of those 4 teams. Question is really Carolina and the Rangers.
I agree with you on Carolina. I'm interested that you think that you'd have a better time getting 2 points against the Canadians than the Rangers. That's an interesting.
I think
Especially given the Rangers are bad at home.
Yeah, that's a factor too. I don't know. Rangers rivalry game. That's going. It's always tough up there in Madison Square Garden, no matter whatever their record is. Always really difficult. I think the way Montreal's playing right now, their defense is bad. Their goaltending hasn't responded. I think there's a better chance to get 2 points there than it is to get that is going to be a dogfight in MSG.
Okay.
Absolute dogfight in MSG to get 2 points, especially regulation.
I guess I can understand given the way the goaltending has gone.
And you're going up against Shesterkin, and he's had our number. So I mean,
yeah,
there's a little bit of that.
You got to get
factor.
to me. You got to get 2 out of Buffalo. You got to get
Yep.
2 out of Vancouver.
Yep.
I think you should get 2 out of Chicago, especially if Bedard's not there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
6. Yep.
Carolina.
Remember, this is a
bothers me.
Christmas gift, so this is something you really, really want.
Get me 9 points.
Cool.
Give me 9 out of
9 out of
16,
12.
right? So 12. 9 out of 12. Give me 9 out of 12. Win Buffalo, Vancouver, Chicago. Win one of the Canadian Ranger games.
And maybe get a
8.
point.
And give me another, and give me a point out of the other of those 2.
Okay.
I won't even worry about Carolina.
Okay.
Anything over 9 to me will be gravy.
Would be okay. I could see that. So we're both kind of between 8 to 10. I think we would be very, very happy with that.
I think we'd be thrilled with that.
Yeah, I think we'd be thrilled with that. Yeah.
And this is a stretch where you're not playing the Colorados and Dallases and those teams. So let's take advantage.
I think with the exception of Carolina, everyone else is below us in the standings right now. So it's a matter.
I think that's right.
So I think it's a matter now of taking advantage of the quote unquote softness of this, because no game in the NHLs ever cut dry.
No.
But this is a soft part of the schedule. This is an opportunity to kind of make some moves in the standings and kind of distance yourself in the wild card standings, and maybe challenge for third in the division. Because I still think the Islanders could get got. And the Capitals are up there, and I think they're due. It's how is Washington up there? Who knows? But
it could be the same as last year, right?
Sure.
It's a weird thing with them.
Yeah. But
I
it's a
haven't seen them
doable
yet
schedule.
this season, so I don't know how they look.
Yeah.
Are they winning games and everybody's like, how?
Yeah.
Like they were last year, or are they legitimately winning? I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't watched them.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you anything about Washington.
But this is an opportunity.
The Islanders, we beat the Islanders, what, twice already?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we've shown we can do it. We could catch them.
Mm-hmm. This is an opportunity, bud, right here. This
Absolutely.
schedule, I think, gives us a great opportunity to make some moves and get some points in the standings and rocket it up there a little bit. So we'll see.
All right, give me 9 points, Flyers. Come on.
Right.
And let's get to 30 subscribers this week too. Let's I like round numbers.
Yeah.
Now we could take more than that. That's fine. 40 is a better round number, but I'm all about brick by brick building slowly. Let's get 30 and go from there.
We'll
How about
get there?
that?
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. We really appreciate all the engagement and everything, and we hope we presenting this as a fun format. We love being the Flyers fans. So
we're not the Joe Giglios of the world making hot takes here. Okay,
No.
This is all sane, legitimate fan conversation.
Yeah.
We're not media. We're just fans. Right?
Oh yeah,
we're telling it like it is, like we see it on TV.
I love it.
Although I will be going to the Chicago game, not the one in Chicago.
Oh, the one downtown. Yeah.
Yes, because I got discounted tickets through my son's high school team.
Look at that.
So I will be there.
There you go.
Yeah.
All
right. So that wraps it up. I guess we will not see you folks again until after Christmas.
Yeah.
So we wish you a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever you're celebrating.
Yep.
Enjoy the time with the family and hopefully enjoy some Flyers hockey. Let's go Flyers.
Let's go.